from the African American perspective, when we come here, it's a dream. Like coming here is literally a dream.
Okay.
Because from our perspective, we finally feel like we made it back. So yeah, when I got here, it was just that's what I was thinking. Like, I'm finally back. I'm finally in the land of my ancestors.
A fellow from the United States of America, one of our own, a descendant of the continent, with me this afternoon, just for welcoming him, and also a few things, what has been going on over there. And then coming, I think his second time coming to Ghana, right? Yeah. So what has been his experience? I mean, are things just as he anticipated? We know we have more room for improvement, but then let's feel, how it's going with you. You're welcome.
Okay. Quavi Oba.
Quavi.
Yeah, I'm Quavi Oba.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And your minister, you're from Yao. I'm Yao.
Oh, Yao.
Yeah, so Yao is a Thursday born.
That's right.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes,
that's right.
Kwame. Saturday. Yeah, Saturday born.
Memorida. Yawada.
Yes, Yawada.
Yeah.
So you have been to Ghana in the year 2014. That was your first time.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And how did you go? I mean, the first time you landed in Ghana, I mean, how was the experience? What did you see? What did you find?
The first time I was here, I came with a friend. He was my host, my guide.
Okay.
And I loved it. I mean, I got off the plane.
Okay, in the land of your ancestors, finally. But I know that back there in the States, you were told Africa is a dangerous area to go. You may have encountered some listed reasons why you shouldn't make it to Africa. Is that not correct?
Yeah. I could say that's true. Yeah, definitely for true.
So what were some of the things you heard or read about Africa?
When it comes to it depends on who it's coming from in America.
Okay.
It depends on who it's coming from. The way we're educated in the States, is that we are taught that Africa is a country of many resources.
Okay.
But it has a history of being kind of corrupted by European countries.
Okay.
And the ideal is that Africans are not able to manage their own affairs, their own resources, their own economy.
They tell you over there.
So that's how it comes from the textbook side of it.
Oh,
but from African Americans themselves, we don't necessarily feel that way. But the culture and what we live in, that's what we grow up reading in textbooks.
Do they tell why Africans are not able to, manage their own affairs? Do they give reasons? Do they explain further?
Yeah,
why?
The usual reasons are what they call tribal affairs.
Okay.
And mismanagement of resources.
Mismanagement.
Yeah, they basically believe.
They don't tell you that all the resources you have out there were taken from Africa. They don't tell you of those ones.
No, we have to find that out on our own. Yeah.
My goodness. So they don't tell you that the gold, the bauxite, the manganese, or whatever natural mineral resource that they utilize over there are being taken from Africa. For that one, they don't outline.
Yeah, that is all information that African Americans have to find out on our own. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And to the state's credit, it's getting better because they receive protests from us. Like we have critiqued the Eurocentric model of Africa. That's happening, that's changing. Some textbooks are changing, but it needs to happen more for sure. A lot of Africans did in the States is that they used the Declaration of Independence to show white people that the freedom that they wanted from England, they got. We want that same freedom. We showed them the Bible that they think they are the guardians of. And we tried to, let them know that the dignity that you read in your scriptures, I have the same dignity. So that's the role that African Americans play in the States. We are constantly reminding the dominant culture there, which is white people, that they are forever contradicting themselves.
So would you say that being an African or African descendant in the States, yes, you are safe, but you are not that safe? Would you say that?
I feel like through the contributions of other significant African Americans, I am safer than I was in the past.
In the past, okay.
But it doesn't mean that we
Everything
still
is all okay.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that everything is okay. But I don't want to ever, make light of major contributions that's been made by African Americans that have gotten me a lot of more opportunities and freedoms that I probably wouldn't have had if they wouldn't have put in the work.
Are you extra careful when you are in the States as an African, as compared to when you come down to the continent? Are you more careful over there than being here?
It depends on where I go.
Okay.
So I live in the South in the States, and it's a difference.
Okay.
So most African American people were enslaved in southern states. So to this day, the South still maintains a very racist environment and attitude. So there are particular places in the United States where I have to be more careful. Yes.
Oh, I see. Now let me bring you down to coming to Africa.
Yeah.
For the first time. How was the feeling? Now, yes, you've known much of the United States. What has been your observation down here too?
Coming back?
Yes.
Yeah. So the first time I came, I came here, but my mind wasn't here. Like it's possible for your body to be in a space, but you don't necessarily have the right mindset of where you are.
That's true.
So now that I'm here now, my mind is here and my body is here. So I came here still mostly on Eurocentric terms. But now I'm coming back. I've
coming to Africa. Does it match? I mean, what you were taught in school or what you heard in school, and then coming in reality to experience that. Is it the same? Are we utilized? I know we haven't done much, but I mean, you can.
I have learned to, in terms of how I was miseducated, I have learned to critique it and reteach myself.
Okay.
So coming from the Eurocentric model, basically the model of the West, ain't nobody got it together but European countries, or countries like America. But coming here now, I've seen, like I said, just contradictions. A lot of people didn't want me to go to Nigeria because they just had recent elections and they were warning me that it could be dangerous. But I'm telling you, Brother Jude, just 2 years ago, when President Trump was running again and lost, there was a riot in the capital of the United States, and 6 people were hurt, and I think 1 person died. So where's the narrative about America is dangerous politically? So it's just stuff like that. I've learned to see that there is conflict and struggle in every people in every country, and I'm not going to let nobody dissuade me.
The wars also, just some, you can put your headset on. No African continent, has issue to anyone going to the state that is a dangerous place
that's true.
to go. But they intend to do that against African people.
Yeah, absolutely. And when I saw that, and there was a school shooting in Nashville. Don't quote me, but I think at least 3 people, children, were murdered.
Exactly.
And that's been happening and more increasingly these past 5 to 6 years. School shootings in the United States of America. School shootings in the United States of America. And I
don't remember when it happened in Ghana. No, I don't remember. Anybody can. I stand to be corrected, but then I don't remember.
No, bro.
When somebody took up a gun and walked into a school and start shooting. No, not in Ghana. Not in Ghana. All right, let's go to the other side. Are there more things that we can do as a continent or the individual countries in the African continent, such as Ghana? Can we do more? I mean, what would you say to your authority or the people of the continent? Is there much more we can do or contribute to the development of the continent or our individual countries?
Okay. So you mean just Ghana, or you mean the whole country?
Yes. Okay. You have visited Nigeria and you have visited, Ghana as well. So what could you say to the youth more especially?
Yeah, I am still learning, but what I would want, and I say this humbly, what I would want is, and I think it's happening, but what I would want is a country like Ghana. I think they're definitely doing this, to lean more into being who they are, which is just, Ghanaian people who are able to support themselves, support their own economy, support their own infrastructure, put their own languages and cultures primary, and I would like to see us getting closer and closer to decentralizing like this European struggle that we have. It seems like we just have to learn English. We have to do things certain way.
So Western countries are doing.
Yeah. So I would hope. I know it's gonna take some time, but I just hope, humbly, I say this. I just hope countries like Ghana, countries like Nigeria, lean more into themselves and not feel like they're losing anything if they put their culture central, their language central, their way of doing things central. Depend on what kind of support you have growing up as a youth.
Okay.
So the better support you have as a youth, the greater chances of you having a successful life in the States there.
Okay.
But if you waste your opportunities, if you take them for granted, if you don't realize the opportunities that you have there, people don't tend to do so well. I was the one that kind of wasted my opportunities in the beginning, and I'm catching on and realizing what I have now, and I'm trying to make the most of it.
You're trying to make most of it.
Yeah.
What would you want to do in Africa?
I would like to study. I would like to teach here.
Okay.
African. I would love to be able to come here and study and do research.
Okay.
In this continent.
And we're going to class. I'm going to class with Quavi to lecture. Okay.
Yes,
just to let him have the feel around. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can stay right here, and we'll be bringing you nothing but the very best.